Nepal, one of the poorest countries in the world, ruined by a civil war that lasted for 10 years and claimed almost 20,000 victims. Most of them were civilians. The survivors live in conditions that can shock visitors from Europe and the US. The poverty in Nepal is hard to imagine. It simply doesn't compare to anything that we encounter in the West. Not all children have access to education. Girls are discriminated against by their families. Boys take priority. The higher castes take priority before the lower castes. Travelling in Nepal is difficult. There are no trains, just slow and overcrowded buses. Many remote villages can be reached only on foot, trekking through mountainous terrain. This is why it took us 3 days to reach one of these villages. Most of its residents cannot read or write.
Mamy zebranie starszyzny wioski w Tipling, która jakby prosi, składa petycję o wybudowanie szkoły.
People in this village asked us to build a school here. They can't read or write and can only sign their petition with a
Przyłożą
fingerprint.
kciuk, jakby, że zgadzają się z tym pomysłem i popierają całą ideę.
Ania Lehota is a Polish adventurer and fundraiser living in London. She has climbed the 7 summits, the highest peak on every continent, to raise money and to build schools in Nepal. Schools run by the government in remote areas lack literally everything. In some places, pupils don't even have books. Our village and the whole region is very poor. We would like to build a sustainable tourist business here to be able to finance the schools and other community initiatives. As you can see, the existing school does not look too good. We only have 1 blackboard. There are no windows or doors. We need more classrooms and some kind of an office. Sometimes the teachers employed by the government don't come to teach. Then I have to take care of all the subjects, a little bit of English, Nepali, maths and science. The government wants to improve the situation within the next 15 years. Many fear it will be another 15 lost years and another generation of Nepalese children will grow up without a chance to lead a better life. Without our help, they will languish in poverty, extremely hard work and ill health, just like their illiterate parents. Arapakari is a small village in the Gorkha district, a remote region in western Nepal. Peace School is the first school of its type in the region.
This is my thank you to the Polish mountaineers for their leadership and giving us the inspiration to live our dreams and overcome the difficulties in our daily lives.
The project was financed by Ania Lehota, the Clinton Global Initiative University and Epic Change. Peace School is an educational project implemented by the Saraswati Foundation.
Nepal, especially in rural areas, the caste hierarchy is very much dominant, and we definitely want to break that barrier in the school. So one of the things that we have done here is that the school is not going to use their last name. So the kid's gonna have their first name and the roll number, which is gonna stay throughout their school life here. So that kind of helps them to sort of forget, who is from what caste, and sort of mingle together and interact with each other, completely forgetting, the stereotype that we have in our village and in our society.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Head.
My name is John Catalano. I'm here to teach with the school. The students are the base of the classroom. The students actually will be working one-on-one with the other students. This allows the students a better learning ability than the old classic teacher in front of the board just telling facts to the students, having them trying to memorize that. We have a Nepalese class by some of the local teachers of the village. They're going to be teaching that through the children. We're also going to go into some of the more standard subjects of math, science, and cultural history, but we're also going to implement a lot of group situations and a lot of playing with these kids, where they can become friends with the people of the different villages and learn how to interact with each other without conflict and without major situations.
Teachers have been recruited in the USA and locally in Nepal. More volunteer staff are expected to come.
Try this one. Good, nice job. And this one? No, this one.
Peace School will cater for 250 pupils, aged from 4 to 12. 7 of them don't even speak Nepalese. As parents, we all know that our children need to learn. This is not only about the ability to read and write, but also about English. The Peace School has created the only possibility for my daughter to learn at all. Without education, she would not have had a chance to get a job and a better future, better than what she has now.
We have actually quite a few schools in this area. We have like 9 schools around this within our VDC, but those schools are in a really bad shape. We have a new curriculum. We have the best curriculum that is available in the country. We have trained teachers. We also have teachers from the United States and elsewhere. So I think it's going to be a very different and resourceful place for the children.
Tutaj dzieci nie mają szans na edukację, ponieważ rząd jest nie...
We have assessed the needs across the Ganesh Himal Valley, where I plan to concentrate my fundraising and development efforts next. To build 13 schools and a few community lodges, we need to raise $350,000.
$250,000. Tyle potrzeba na wybudowanie około 13 szkół.
The school will be a place where caste and social standing won't matter. It is vital that we build 13 more schools as soon as possible, like the one here in Arupakari.
It really expanded my horizon, expanded my opportunities, and got to learn so many things around the world. And so that's what we want to provide our kids. If we could have, in the future, 10 students like me in the village, we could change this town.
Subhash Gamira is the founder of the Saraswati Foundation. Despite losing his mother in the Civil War, he excelled at one of the very few state schools. His ambition, hard work and talent got him a scholarship to university in the USA. But rather than embarking on a career in the West, Subhash decided to come back to Nepal to support his local community.